Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Andrea Speaks TV. I'm your host, Andrea, and you all know I'm bringing you commentary you can use. So, this is episode 29, and this morning I want to bring some information to you, let you know what's happening in Northern California. But before I do that, make sure you hit the subscribe button, subscribe to the channel so that you can stay connected when I upload new content. Also, share this video with your family members and friends. This is definitely news that we can all use and something that's going to be beneficial to us. So the information that I'm reading comes from CNN. And did you all know that nearly 2 million Northern Californians are under a water shortage emergency as the state of California deals with a severe drought? So these are things that are happening, real news, real-time news that is happening right now. So I want to bring you some details from the article, and then I'm going to be coming back a little bit later to let you all know, give you even more details and explain what's happening, not just in Northern California, but other parts of the country. Okay, y'all go ahead and subscribe to the channel. All right, so the article says Northern California residents, from those living by the bay to those living on lake houseboats, are coming under threat as a severe drought continues to intensify. All right, the article goes on to say that nearly 2 million people in the San Francisco Bay Area, listen to this, y'all, nearly 2 million people in the San Francisco Bay Area have been placed under a water shortage emergency Wednesday as the state grapples with worsening drought conditions. Now, mandatory water restrictions have been issued for the Santa Clara County, as officials said the move is necessary to combat low water supply. All right. Now, the director of the Santa Clara Valley Water District, was quoted as saying to the news, "We can't afford to wait to act as our water supplies." Listen to this, y'all. As our water supplies are being threatened locally and across California. Okay. And I also quote, this person said, "To better deal with these threats and the emergency they are causing, today, our fellow board members unanimously declared a water shortage emergency condition in the area of Santa Clara County." Okay. Now, under this emergency declaration, nearly 2 million people are being asked, listen to what they're being asked to do, y'all. Nearly 2 million people are being asked to reduce their water usage by 15% when compared to the year 2019. Also, people are encouraged to limit watering their lawns and filling their pools. Okay, the water district also urged Santa Clara County to proclaim its own local emergency. All right. Now, another person was quoted as saying increased conservation is also necessary to protect local water supplies and guard against groundwater overdraft, subsidence, and dry domestic wells, especially if the drought extends into the next year. Okay. Did y'all hear that? They said especially if the drought extends into the next year. Okay, that's very concerning. Now, the article also goes on to say that the entire state of California is currently in drought. And let's talk about what that means, with intensity levels ranging from moderate to exceptional throughout the state. Okay, this is according to the U.S. Drought Monitor. Now, the state of California recently experienced warm temperatures that were 3 to 6 degrees above normal, according to the drought monitoring website, which predicted that the warmth could continue through the week. Okay. Now, the article also goes on to talk more about the declaration. It says that the Water District's emergency declaration comes after the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission ordered the Anderson Reservoir, which is Santa Clara County's largest, to be drained to strengthen the dam. All right. Officials said they are also bringing water from out of county banks and purchasing water from partners, but these supplies are not guaranteed. Okay. Someone was quoted as saying about 50% of the water supply comes from outside of that county, and the depleted Sierra Nevada snowpack caused a significant reduction in the amount of imported water we will receive this year. Okay. Now, I told you all I'm going to be coming back a little bit later today to give you some more in-depth information about water shortages that are happening. primarily right now in Western California, but we all know that if it affects one part of our country, it could trickle on all across the United States, even possibly the world. So even though I don't want you to be like, okay, Andrea, this is happening in California, I'm in another state, why should I be concerned? I think this is something that, we all should be concerned about. We're talking about water, y'all, okay? And if I remember correctly, humans can't survive, what is it, more than 3 days without water? So we're talking about a critical, water is essential to human life. So the fact that, there are droughts happening right here in the United States, and this may not have been the first occurrence. I'm sure there, if you do research, that, there are droughts that happen all across the country sometime or across the world. But this is one particular incident that is happening right now, and something that we should all be concerned about. So, they're saying that they're asking the residents of that area to limit their water use. I wouldn't be surprised if some people, think about this, y'all. Think about even with the recent gas shortages that we're seeing in certain parts of the country. When people get this news, a lot of times people may think, oh my goodness, I got to go and, buy water, which is something very smart to do. I hope that you've been doing that all along, and, not just waiting and going into panic mode and like, oh my goodness, I got to go and, get everything now. These are things that we should be, prepared for, making sure that we have emergency food supply, making sure that we have survival needs, things that we need, because especially now, the times that we're living in, we don't know what's going to happen. Looking at the news, it seems like there's something happening every day. And I told you all, one of the reasons why I created this channel is because it was so much news going on, during the pandemic. And a lot of times, the media also, they work in different distractions. And it's kind of like, okay, well, with everything that's going on, with all this information being thrown at us, what can we take? What do we really need to know about what's going on? What are some of the things going on that are not talked about, that if we knew this information, we could use it to help ourselves, our family, and friends, put us in a better position. So I wanted to come on this morning and give you all this news about what's happening in Northern California, and you can research it by all means. I love that you all support the channel, but I share information with you, but I also want you to do further research, so that you're not just taking what I say or what anyone else says and, just running with it. I want you to know this information for yourself. So this is what's happening right now. One of the major, this is really a crisis, y'all. We actually have a water crisis that's happening right now. And, like I said, it's affecting Northern California, but it's also impacting and affecting other parts of our country. So again, please make sure that you are getting yourself, your family prepared. I can't tell you what to do. I'm just sharing the information with you, but I wouldn't be surprised if this leads to water shortages in stores, people going out buying bottled water. There are other methods that you can take, and you can research these things. I'll share some of them, but there are ways that you can, I don't want to say create, but preserve your own water. There are different ways to store water. That's what I'm saying. So, this is just, this is becoming, news, and a lot of people are taking steps today. Some people were already prepared for this, but a lot of people are taking steps to prepare in the event that we see water shortages in stores. You all know I've talked right here on the channel, I've talked about water shortages, not water shortages, I'm sorry, but I've talked about food shortages. I've talked about the supply chain crisis. And so, when we all know how supply and demand works, when the supply is low, there's more of a demand for an item. You can't find that item. So what happens? The prices go up, right? So I wouldn't be surprised if we eventually see the price of water increasing, if it hasn't already started increasing. And, it's sad to say, but I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing a shortage or even limits placed on how much water you can buy in the stores. So again, please make sure that you're taking the steps to prepare. yourself and your family. And I'm going to be bringing you more information about this on the channel as I do research and I find more information out. So again, thank you all so much for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you'll get notified when I upload new content. Also hit the like button when you do that. More people are able to see my videos and it helps the channel grow. So thank you all so much. Please take care of yourselves and your family. And thank you all so much for watching Andrea Speaks TV.